My vision is called A Myth of the Modern World, and this is the first vision. I started my project by researching the 6 stages of design. This developed my understanding on how to design for a play. I then went straight into primary research by going to a museum and choosing items that correlated to a few words. Next, I started sampling to see what was often worn in the time that the play was set and how I could introduce that into my work. I also looked at some useful techniques in a more textile sense, such as smocking. This looked really effective when I made it into clothes, such as this sample that I made out of a pocket. I then created a sample of a corset to again look at what was most popular in the 1800s, and I created a mark making on the corset that I felt whilst listening to the opera. I then went on to make some fashion illustrations for each of the 3 characters I chose. These were Fafner, Albric and Wotan. Once I chose my character, Albric, I then created more samples based on only him. I looked at printmaking and puff binder. Puff binder was one of my favourites because I thought that the sample best captured Albric's true colours. Here is my toile, or prototype, of my final piece. After peer and self-evaluating my toile, I did end up adapting it to be better suited to my vision and my character. I've also been using some of the same pattern pieces that I made months ago to save my resources and reduce my personal wastage. I ended up with this final piece for Albric. I am really pleased with how the photos turned out. I think they capture his greedy and dark side really well, and I think the puff binder looks so interesting on the garment close up.